Orange people can help me to manage the lobby, they are welcome.
Okay, doing.
Thank you. Okay, so today we've got a 44th TSC meeting. Around members of the board, we've got Telecom Italia, Orange, Dutch Telecom, Telefonica, Vodafone not yet, I think. Ericsson Norbert, you are here.
Yes.
And Nokia, hello. Nokia, Uni is not here. I don't know if there are another representative. Uni notified me that he was unavailable. Okay. So we've got our 5 and 7th participants, which is a minimum quorum for our decision process. So we are okay with the decision process. Remind the Linux Foundation policies. You've got the link here. And this is the rules for such a TSC meeting. And concerning our next technical steering committee, it will be the 12th of June. And that's it for this first administrative part. No new link on the useful link, but you have it in the TSC minute. Don't hesitate to use it. Concerning general news, I have nothing in mind. Perhaps if someone has a general info before going directly to every work group. No? Okay, so and we had no board funding governance meeting since last TSC meeting, so no update on this. Okay. Concerning governance topics, we have good news. We've got we had an election, and Ramin has been elected as the new work group leader. So Ramin, please tell a word about this, and you'll have a dedicated section after in the agenda concerning your work group. But of course, as you are starting, we are not expecting a precise brief on where you are in the progress.
Thank you. So I'm just getting started, and I had just the first group meeting yesterday on the green dashboard meeting. So I think lots of people have made progresses and good ideas what is going on. I'm happy to help to integrate Kepler into a green dashboard and other projects. Very glad to be here, and hopefully we can make something really great. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramin. Okay, so now I will let the floor to Matthew concerning the work group 1. Perhaps I need to refresh my screen.
Yes,
just to check. No, I am still have not yet.
Just updated it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Something went wrong about it.
Yeah, because there are multiple access. Yeah, it's the magic. The last minute before the TSC, many updates appear.
Okay,
sorry about that, Matthew.
Okay, I will update it in parallel.
Okay.
Let me start just to tell you that
explain. Yeah, and I will.
Yeah, wait. So we keep working, especially on the CI coverage to do more in terms of CI and in terms of testing as part of the code. So we work a lot on that currently, and it includes the capability to upgrade from v1.1 to any new release that we are going to produce. Speaking about that, we are going to probably produce quite soon now Sylva v1.1.1 with bug fixes. So you will have for sure the capability to upgrade from v1.1.0 to v1.1.1. This will be tested in CI. And one other topic that we are starting for managing the project is about using epics in gitlab.com to track the features we are working on. We are currently testing this epic capability in gitlab.com. We'll see how it goes, and we feel like it would really help us managing the different features that the dev team is working on. So today we don't have so many epics. We are mostly testing the feature. So we have 2 or 3 epics, and we play with that just to see how we can use it. And yeah, that's it. We had a topic in the previous meetings about LTS. I don't have anything to update about that, but we keep thinking about it. I don't know if other companies thought about it, and now we can deal with it. But if you have any mature opinion about that, please share it. I think we need to discuss it and converge to a decision about that.
And just on the LTS part, one of the action is on my side is to organize a survey with the vendor if we can find a consensus on the different LTS policy. So this action is on my side to then come back to the TSC and share where we are.
Okay, then we would apply the decision taken by the TSC in the workgroup 1
Exactly.
for sure. Topic we can share with the TSC is that we are going to start working on a POC for including host-based routing, the host-based routing solution proposed by DT into Sylva. So the setup of this POC will be led by Vuk at DT and by Samuel Garraud at Orange. I don't know if both are connected or not.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We have connected, but we wanted to do the kickoff today, but my mistake, I couldn't take part, so we shifted it for next week. So we are in process of connecting even more.
Okay. Good to know.
One other partners contacted me to have more information on this part. Do you have a confirmation on this, Vuk or Samuel? Or is it still under evaluation? No? So
it doesn't ring my bell, but maybe
okay,
I didn't got it.
So
you have a partner feedback already, or?
Yeah, a partner who wants to contribute also to this box. So I will, as soon as he has not officialized this, I will have a direct chat with you on this.
Okay. But the statement here is that there is interest on some partners.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Thanks.
One other topic that we can share with the TSC is an update from Red Hat about the POCs they are setting up concerning being able to manage OKD clusters, workload clusters with a Sylva management cluster. They made some progress about that, and they feel confident in setting up a first demo in the coming weeks to share the technical details and and start discussing how it can potentially land into Sylva. And that's all for me.
Any question to Matthew on this on the different activities of our work group?
Well, I have just not a question, but an update regarding an activity that is between workgroup 1 and 4. Just the information that we just published a few minutes ago, the RFE proposing the integration of Kepler as a Sylva unit. And I put the link to the RFE in the chat. So I think that now is open for comments from everybody and to be discussed in the next days and see if we can approve it. And in parallel, we are working at the implementation in our lab.
Okay. Thank you for this update. And I will add this in our general news, as it's involving different work groups. So important topic. Okay. Other additional topics concern work group 1 or question? Okay. So now on the second work group, but our validation program, Luis.
Yeah, this is me. Okay, in this one, we keep going little by little, step by step. So one new workload was validated lately since the last TSC. This was proposed to the backlog 2 weeks ago and is already validated, which is the Oracle signaling controller. The good thing of this is that it was already pre-validated in Orange platform. So what we have done is we have run the formal process to complete the validation, and it's one more. So we have already 10 workloads validated so far. The bad news is that we have no new workloads right now. The next ones that we expect will be once we have the new features that are being incorporated in Sylva, such as the PTP. We will look for VDUs or some Open Run related workloads. But right now we don't have more in the backlog. So the proposal that we have is to revalidate some of the existing ones, those that have been validated, in different platforms. To this end, the Telefonica 2 is soon to be ready. It's the new platform with Dell hardware and Red Hat IaaS, not bare metal, but IaaS with Red Hat. And we expect to be capable of configuring the SRIOV that we were not able in the canonical one. We expect to be able to configure their SRIOV and then revalidate some of those that were validated in Orange. So we will use this platform for that. But right now, the only progress is that we are closer to have this platform ready. Another thing that we have been working lately is since we have started working or participating in CNTI meetings and we analyze the fund test that is being used, we identified some potential improvements. And we provided this to the team via Cédric Olivier, who is our liaison, the team's liaison in the CNTI, to incorporate some improvements to the testing framework, for instance, to support multiple Helm charts in one workload and run it seamlessly. So we have participated also there. Nothing else has been done in the last 2 weeks. So for the future, we expect to have the second platform in Telefonica available. We want to run the CNTI scripts in the different workloads so that at least we know what's the situation regarding cloud nativeness of each of those workloads that were validated. And we, as I said before, we want to revalidate some of the workloads in different platforms. So this is what we are going to work in the next 2 to 3 weeks. There's nothing relevant to share, nothing new, no big improvements, and there's nothing to be decided at this point.
Okay, if there are any additional comments or questions towards this work group? one little topic on my side, which is linked towards Workgroup 2, Validation Center, but also the development of the stack. You mentioned the PTP support, and by the way, all the VDU OpenRAN requirements. We have direct exchanges with Samsung about the RFE written by Lucian Sushu concerning the requirements we want to integrate into the Sylva Telco Cloud stack. So we have active feedback on this part. And so I think it will stabilize, and I think it's very good to have a feedback from an OpenRAN vendor if we are missing, or if we are, because once it has been developed, it will facilitate the integration of VDUs on the platform.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think we had today an update on the RFE of the OpenRAN, and we will have some, I think, in the coming days. I don't know if someone wants to add additional comment on this, but we were following this with Matthew and Lucian.
Okay, good.
Any question to Luis? No? So we are following with the security requirements, and Mihai appears on the screen.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Guillaume. All right, so main updates on the security working group is that we are continuing with the UCS analysis, and we have covered the identity access and management and the vulnerabilities management analysis in the last couple of weeks. We also found an interesting project called Medina, which was set up in 2020-2021. And they started this project where they wanted to continuously monitor EUCS requirements. So basically what they did is that they took the requirements and they tried to make some tools for continuous automation and monitoring of them, which we find quite interesting, and we're in pursuit of finding somebody from their side to set up a meeting and collaborate on this, because their project is also open source, so we can see what can we use from their side, where they have reached the point of in their analysis, and find some points of collaboration together. And
on this topic, Mihai, of course, you need to deep dive with Workgroup 3. If a little focus of 20 minutes about a Medina community manager, or even an expert on our side who had a deep dive look on this solution, it will be very welcome at the TSC level also.
Yeah, okay, sure, will do. And that's all.
The topic, Mihai? Yeah.
No.
Okay. So it seems that this Workgroup 3 at the beginning was only orange, and now you seems to have more contribution, external contribution.
Yeah, more external contribution, more opportunities of collaboration this year, I would say. So we had Thales, we had we're now pursuing Medina, so we're doing quite a lot of outside work apart from Orange, which is quite beneficial for everybody inside the project, and I think that it's quite good.
And Red Hat also is involved, I think.
Yes. We also have one contributor from Red Hat.
Any question to Mihai? Oh, thank you. So we are now addressing the Workgroup 4 concerning sustainability. and I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you have some updates, but go.
Right. So so I look at what has been done, and also get some consultation from the team who has been working for a long time. So I had some initial proposal because we are also working with the Kepler validation and integration using the bare metal instances from Equinix. So my proposal, and actually we will potentially add additional integration in the Kepler upstream. So the validation could happen whenever Kepler released a new release. So that's where I make sure this what's going to be used in Sylva will be the test cases will be covered in Kepler upstream. So that is one of the things. The other things, I think we're also working with the other directions on carbon. So Kepler itself only manage the power information. It does not have a carbon information. So we are at the same time, I'm also working with a Green Software Foundation on how to manage carbon and also embedded carbon for manufacturing processes. Potentially, we can have certain collaboration or looking at the similar data sets to get the carbon information from different grid, European regions, and manufacturing sites, things like that. So we can have more consistent management of different sources together. So that's my two plans to work in the team. And now, obviously, that will be worked out through the team meetings and collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramin. I think it's very clear. Just you mentioned this Kepler integration. Of course, I will encourage you to have a look on the RFE. So it's the request for evolution. If it's our internal process to study some major changes. So submitted by Carlo. So I hope you will have access in the chat.
Okay.
Any question or additional points to Ramin and the team? Because there are some members of the team around the table, for example, Carlo? No? Okay. So if you want to win the community, we need a communication and adoption work group. Andre?
Yes, I joined just in time. It's also something here, but I can talk on top of it. I just made before the meeting. We are going to have, and we are preparing this open air in interface webinar to introduce Sylva. Also, we are preparing the Sylva Dev Days that is going to be co-hosted in Vienna. We are discussing the agenda, and you need to help me out if we already discussed this topic of the agenda, but we needed to have it to have a decision until the 13th of June, so in 2 weeks. We need to close the agenda, and we have some ideas. We share it around, and we need to close, and we are going to send it offline. Other thing that is here is the first line that Sylva is going to participate into Catalyst on DTW in Copenhagen. So we have one for the autonomous network Hyperloop and another one for the implementation of 5G core. So it's more good news for Sylva, more implementations. What we want to promote with this is the people to do the installation, do the integration, and of course to increase our community. It's highly important. It's also something that we learn in terms of the documentation that we need to provide, the things that we need to do to stronger the product. Any questions?
Or additional comments?
Or additional comments, yes.
I can explain, give a little bit more context on the open air interface, and if Julie or Nicolas wants to precise what we are waiting for the mini summit, it's also open. but just we did not discuss yet concerning this webinar, I think. So we have been proposed by the OpenAir interface to present Sylva. I don't know if you are aware. So OpenAir interface is an open source project. Not all the solution is open source as far as I understood, but mainly the solution is open source CNF covering 5G core and Open RAN also. This year is the 10th anniversary of this open source project, and they are organizing some webinar. And so they propose to Sylva to explain what is our strategy, what do we want to do on the Open RAN part, for example. And so we will organize 2 webinars, one general presentation of a project and one more technical, and maybe we will have more interlocked with the Open RAN ecosystem and Open RAN ambition of Sylva. And last point is that OpenAir interface, so I don't remember if it's a community or an alliance, but has signed off MOU this year with the Linux Foundation to enhance collaboration, especially with some project of Linux Foundation. Once identified is the NFIO part, but we can also imagine more collaboration also with Sylva. So that's it for global context.
And I have one additional comment. I've been approached lately by TSC, but the TSC has a community of open source projects within TSC, and they want to have an interlock, some meeting with us to review what are the projects that they have and how maybe they can be of any use of Sylva, and they want to understand also Sylva as an open source project. So I may contact you, Guillaume, and Carlo maybe, and Andre to see how we can connect with them, with this TSC open source team.
It makes sense. Thanks, Luis.
Okay.
Maybe just a word about the mini summit in Vienna. So the mini summit, it will be one morning. So we have split that into several dedicated sessions. The first session is a general presentation of the project and the achievements, because let's not forget that the main objective of the mini summit in Vienna during the open source summit is to also network and onboard potentially new companies on the project. So some companies might not know the project yet. So the idea is to present it. So it's more networking, and the targeted audience are newcomers. And then three sessions. We have time for 3 sessions, more focus sessions. And currently we have 4 proposals. So work group leaders, it's at your end currently. And if you have proposals, you can submit them to your work group leader. Currently, we have a proposal on the Open RAN on Sylva that was proposed by Sylva. Then CNF on Sylva with Kepler monitoring. So I guess this one is coming from the appropriate work group. And a proposal regarding the validation center. So more demo of how the network functions are onboarded, what's the process, and also the testing. And the last one is regarding the Sylva stack, the declarative upgrade of workload clusters or workload clusters deployment. So 3 slots, 4 proposals, maybe more. And if you have ideas, you can submit them to your work group leaders.
Yeah, and to insist, it's a proposal, it's idea, so we need to define it's appropriate and if it's realistic in the planning. Yeah.
Yeah, and we also need to find a detail, which is a speaker who will be doing the presentation during the event in Vienna. So that's also something that's important. Okay, so that's it. Currently, that's where we are on the mini summit organization.
Thank you. And before closing this meeting, if you have general comment or precise questions and you forget when we have passed the different work group, don't hesitate. No? Okay. So next meeting will be animated by Carlo. I think you are available the 12th of June. On my side, I will be in Poland. So, okay. Great. And so see you soon all. Bye.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.